Hello and welcome, pen friends. I'm back with another video today, and I want to talk about an ink and a couple of the pens that I inked up this week, just for fun video, really. What I'm excited about today is this Robert Oster Lipstick Red ink. I just love it. I've got it here on my little ink index, and then I did a little painting and writing on the Tomo River paper. But I just love how this ink shades. It is so pretty, and I'm thinking kind of ahead for Valentine's Day. And it happens to be a real pleasing shade to me. It's got some pink in there, and it's got red. It kind of almost looks burgundy-like, but I really like it. And so I wanted to share that. And let's see, I wrote with it over here on my Rhodia dot grid pad. I just feel like it shades beautifully. Of course, all the Robert Oster inks do. And, oh, I got some information there on the pens, but that's different. I'll get to that. So, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, or, show, was what I inked up this week, basically. So, I inked up my Lingmo Lorelei that I just love. And I did that today with this Robert Oster Lipstick Red, and this has a fine nib on it. So I found that it was going to be great for all my journals, anything I want to write in, even my little cheap Walmart notebook. And I just kind of love this pen, even though it's not a matchup in color whatsoever. I love it. I believe it was a long time ago that I bought it, and so I can't remember exactly how much I paid, but I think it was about $16 on Amazon, eBay, and it came from the United States. It came really quickly, so that's one thing that I remember. And then I also, this week, inked up my new Conklin Duragraph that I got before Christmas. And this purple, gosh, there's an official name for it, and I don't even remember. But it's got a medium nib, and it's got the cartridge converter mechanism, and I love it. I'm going to have to do just a little bit of nib smoothing on it. I've got that loaded with the Lamy Violet. I took some ink out of some ink cartridges that I had that I wasn't really using that were the Lamy, and I'll show you the sample in a minute. It really wrote startlingly pretty with that ink. And then the other pen that I inked up this week was a Jinhao 159. I love these. They're really comfortable to write with. Of course, being so large like that, it's just super comfortable to write with. And I swapped out this Joe Woe nib that I had in the broad that I was using in my gold Jinhao 159. And so that's really neat. I wish I had another broad nib. I'll get there, but I've got a kind of a wish list a mile long. And then the last one that I inked up this week was this little fountain pen Revolution, and it's called Muft, M-U-F-T. Apparently it means free pen, and they give it free when you order, and it was like last summer that I ordered a couple of their pens, and they included this free. And I had it in my collection, but I hadn't inked it up. And it's an eyedropper pen. I may not have done it right. I pulled the nib and feed out and filled it, because I was afraid I was going to break this pen. I'm kind of can do things like that. Sometimes I'm still kind of a newcomer, but it didn't have any trouble. I just pulled it out, filled it with ink, put it back in, and it writes beautifully. Like I said, it's a fine point, I believe. It's not labeled, but I didn't do nib smoothing on it with that micro mesh, and not too much, just a little. And I love how it writes, and it doesn't bleed through my Leuchtturm or any of the notebooks that I use. So you can imagine how long I'll be writing with it, because that was, I think, 2.5 milliliters of ink that it fit, which is so cool. I mean, I was thinking, wow, it's just been sitting there. I should have inked it up a long time ago. That's kind of how it goes. But I'll show you what it kind of ended up looking like here. So this was the Conklin Duragraph with that violet ink. I hope you can see that shade. It's really pretty. I do need to go back in and do some nib smoothing. That pen was $52. I had bought that kind of before Christmas, before my pen allowance. And then this Jinhao 159, I did buy that on eBay for $7.98. I think I was just so determined to have the purple in this, and I couldn't find a better buy on it, so I just went ahead and got it. And then this one, my little free pen, the Fountain Pen Revolution, with the Diamine Ancient Copper in it. So that was my fun for the week in terms of inking up pens and playing with this new ink here. I hadn't had a new ink sample in a while, but I did notice that you can get this in the 50 milliliter bottle at Venice1938.com, and I'll link that on the video for you in case you're interested. I thought it was a really pretty ink. I had seen it. What got that started was that I had seen it in somebody's Instagram feed, a drawing, and as soon as I saw it, I knew that I had to have it, because you can tell the shade is not too dark and it's not too light, and it's got all that shading, and I like to do art with my inks too, so that's what I was thinking about, was how that would be so versatile, not just for writing, but for you know, painting with it. I just love to do that kind of thing. Not very artistic, but I love to do it anyway. So that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of, like I said, waiting to you know, kind of getting organized about having a pen club, and in the meantime I got to have somebody to talk to about my pens. So you guys, you've been a great audience. So, and then today I wanted to read a little bit about this crystal, which is Jasper, and I thought it was neat how I saw a lot of the color of the shades of this ink, this Robert Oster Lipstick Red, in this crystal that I have around, that I thought was just really gorgeous. I found this at a little thrift shop. They had bought from an estate sale, and so they were selling me these crystals 3 for $2. And I mean, that's kind of, wow, that's awesome. I had a good time with that. I got one for my mother too. So I've got the Crystal Bible here by Judy Hall, and I've bookmarked the page on Jasper. Let's see here. I don't know which glasses to use. Jasper is known as the supreme nurturer. It sustains and supports during times of stress and brings tranquility and wholeness. Used in healing, it unifies all aspects of your life. Jasper reminds people to help each other. Thought that was awesome. It also says that it aligns the chakras and can be used in chakra layouts. I'm not sure what layouts are, but I'm learning on those too. So each color is appropriate to a specific chakra. So just thought I'd share that a little bit. This has a lot of different entries depending on the color, and this, since this is a multicolored piece, it kind of did make me wonder which one, you know, it could even be a combination stone. There was nobody to tell me since I had purchased it just at a thrift shop like that. Normally I go to a shop where the lady is well versed on all of these crystals. So, but I think we can trust the general attributes as far as being a nurturer and supporting in times of stress. So there you have it. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed getting a glimpse of this ink. I couldn't find very much on it. There was one reviewer, and I'll try to link his review because he actually did more of a scientific review in terms of drying times and all of that, which I'm just not that type of reviewer. So I'll go back in and see if I can link his, so that if you really want to know about all the specifics, which is important, I'm sure, to some folks. And because I like doing that. I like to link as much as I can so that if you're looking for something, you can find it. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.